عليكم. أهلا وسهلا بكم طلبة المرحلة الرابعة الدراسة المسائية في قسم الترجمة. Today we are going to study chapter 5, which is entitled The Semantics of Words number 3. In this chapter we are going to discuss three important terms, which are hyponymy, componential analysis, and collocations. The first term we are going to study in this chapter is hyponymy. First, we have to define what do we mean by this term. So this is the definition of hyponymy. If the meaning of one word includes the meaning of another word, the meaning relation between such words is known as hyponymy. Another definition is given here. The meaning of a word which must be said to be included in that of another, so it is a relation of inclusion. For example, you have the word music, and we can have some types of music, for example, hip-hop, pop, or punk. So the word music is called a hypernym or a superordinate term, while the other three types of music are called hyponyms. So, you may have also another definition for hyponymy, which is the sense relation between a more general, more inclusive word and a more specific word. Hyponymy includes two important terms. The first is the superordinate, which can be defined as the word which is more general in meaning. The other important term in hyponymy is hyponyms, which can be defined as the word which is more specific in meaning. Co-hyponyms are the hyponyms of the same superordinate, or it can be defined as the relation between the hyponyms themselves. You can see here some other example of hyponymy. For example, the word animal, which is the superordinate term, and the types of animals included here, for example, dog, cat, horse, these are hyponyms. The relation between these three words is known as co-hyponymy. Another example is the word color, which is a hypernym or superordinate term, and when we include types of colors, for example, purple, red, blue, and green, these are called hyponyms, and the relation between these colors is called co-hyponymy. And at the same time, the word purple can be treated as a superordinate term, and the different kinds of purple, which are crimson, violet, lavender, these will be treated as hyponyms. The word beverage or kinds of drinks can also be regarded as a superordinate term, which can include tea, coffee, and milk. These are hyponyms. And at the same time, the word coffee could be treated as a superordinate term, including two hyponyms, which are black coffee and white coffee. Another example is the word flower, which is the superordinate term, and the types of flowers included here, for example, rose, tulip, lily, and any other type of flowers, these are called hyponyms, and the relation between these hyponyms is known as co-hyponymy. As we said earlier, a musical instrument could be also regarded as a superordinate term, and the types of instruments, trumpet, guitar, drum, piano, these are hyponyms. The word furniture can also be treated as a superordinate term, including types of furniture, for example, table, chair, cupboard, etc. And at the same time, the word table could also be treated as a superordinate term, including other types, for example, kitchen table, TV table, coffee table, etc. There are some observations about hyponymy. First of all, you have to distinguish hyponymy from the other relation, which is kind of. So, hyponymy is different from the meaning relation between a whole and its parts. It is based on the concept of class membership. This is very important. The very important thing about hyponymy is class membership. The cohyponyms are members of the class named by the superordinate word. So we have a superordinate word and it includes some other class members of it. So hyponymy is based on the notion of a kind of and not part of. This is very important. For example, the rose, the lily, the daffodil, and any other type of flowers are different kinds and not different parts of flowers. So they are members of the class known as flowers. The second observation regarding hyponymy is that the same word may be a superordinate term in relation to certain words and a hyponym in relation to another word. This can be exemplified as follows. The word sheep, for example, could be treated as a superordinate term in relation to words like ram, ewe, lamb, and it could be a hyponym of the word animal. So the word animal could be the superordinate term, and sheep could be a hyponym. And at the same time, the word sheep could be regarded as a superordinate term in which ram, ewe, and lamb will be hyponyms. The third observation about hyponymy is that the relation of hyponymy operates fairly comprehensively and systematically in certain fields, such as the technical terms, in describing the classification of animals and plants. It works very well in these kinds of fields. But in the vocabulary of everyday language, it is not very systematic and it has many gaps. For example, there is no superordinate adjective in which we can put square and round together and to describe them as hyponyms. In the same way, there is no superordinate term in which we can include terms like black and white, and I mean black and white alone, not with regard to the other colors. The second term in our chapter is componential analysis. Again, we have to give a full definition of this term and give many examples to make it clearer. This is the definition of componential analysis. It is the new approach through which the meaning of a word can be analyzed in terms of certain semantic components or features. We can also define semantic components as follows: those constituents of meaning on the basis of which words can be differentiated from one another. Look here, this is a more comprehensive and a clearer way in which componential analysis is done. So, the analysis of word meaning is often seen as a process of breaking down the sense of a word into its minimal components, which are known as semantic features or sense components. As you see here, we have the words man, woman, and child, and we are making a componential analysis for these words in terms of plus minus signs. So, when we come to the word man, regarding the feature or semantic component, the human, we have to put plus for all the words, which are man, woman, and child, because the three of them are human, so we put plus human. Regarding the semantic feature of adulthood, we put plus adult for man, plus adult for woman, but minus adult for child. Regarding the third sense component, which is male, we put plus male for man, minus male for woman and plus minus male for child if we are not sure about the gender of the child. There's an important question regarding componential analysis, which is, what is the advantage of discussing meaning in terms of binary opposites, or what is the advantage of componential analysis in general? The answer is this. It makes the description of meaning economical. With the help of the plus and the minus sign, only one term can be used to refer to both categories in the binary system. For example, regarding male as a sense components, we don't have to say male, female. No, we just use one sense component, which is male, and with the help of plus minus signs, we decide the existence or non-existence of this component. The third term in our chapter is collocations. Again, we have to give some good definition of this term, and then we give so many examples to make it easier for you. Collocations can be defined as two or more words that often go together. Or another definition could be the habitual co-occurrence of a word with certain other words of the same language. So this is an example of the verb make and the words which collocate with this verb. For example, make plans and decisions, make an argument, make tea or coffee or dinner, make a journey, make business, make someone happy or mad or sad, etc. We have so many collocations with the verbs make and do. Some words collocate with the verb make, while other words collocate with the verb do. Also, we have so many collocations with the verb have, as you see in this picture. Here you see that some of the collocations which are rightly used and on the other side that are wrongly used. For example, we say strong tea or coffee, tall tree, heavy rain, rich taste, big mistake, etc. While we don't say powerful tea or coffee or high tree. This is not a good or a correct collocation. Also, you have the word job with which many verbs collocate. For example, apply for a job, look for a job, get a job, find a job, keep a job, etc. All these verbs collocate with the word job. The word or the adjective big also collocates with many nouns. For example, big accomplishment, big failure, big improvement, big mistake, big decision. The verbs say and tell also have some collocations. For example, say hello or say goodbye, say good morning, but tell a story or tell a tale, okay? You say something, but you tell a lie, for example. So all these are examples of words which collocate either with say or with tell. Also here you have we say, this means these are correct collocations, and we don't say, which means they are wrong collocations. This is the end of chapter 5 and the end of our lecture today. Thank you so much, and I'm glad to receive any comments or questions that you have. Thank you very much.